Greetings and welcome to DevLook at Rocket League. It's been a while since I made a video. Once again, it's summer, so there's not that many interesting games out there. But luckily we're coming closer to September and we're gonna have a bunch of pretty cool releases, and meanwhile we can have a look at this game. I actually initially thought that I just skipped this one, but I had a bunch of friends recommending it to me. So I thought, okay, why not? I'll have a look. And the game is like soccer or football with cars instead of your normal players. So I thought, okay, I'm not a fan of football, so maybe I won't play that. And football with cars sounds a bit strange, so I don't know. So I wasn't sure. Then I tried it, and I have to say this is probably the most polished engine and physics-wise game that I've seen in a long time. It is just brilliantly executed, and you might know that it sells pretty well and it was promoted correctly, so looks like the developer did pretty much everything right. So what can you do in this game? Well, there are 2 modes and some additional things. So let's start with the options menu as we usually do. You can toggle a lot of things for the camera, including the FOV, height, angle, distance, whatever. I mean, there's a lot of stuff here. You can toggle the ball camera. This is actually quite useful to have. And then as well, spectator mode and all that stuff that they added recently. Controls are fully rebindable. You can play with the keyboard and mouse, but they do recommend using gamepad. And I would say that, playing on keyboard is not even close to playing on gamepad. It's way, way nicer. So maybe if you don't have a gamepad, get one and then buy the game, because it's literally worth it. All right, video settings are pretty nice. I mean, it's not very graphically intensive game, because there's just basically 8 cars maximum, I think. 4x4 is the biggest mode, if I remember correctly. But I have enough modes, so resolutions, all of them work fine. 16:9, even 25:16. I've gotten I don't think this ratio is correct, but let's leave it at this. So resolutions are all here, at least up to 1080p. It works perfectly fine. Window borderless, full screen, all okay. Vertical sync works fine without tearing for me, at least on my configuration. Anti-aliasing, FXA, MLA, so all normal stuff here. So rendering, you just have this kind of unified toggle here, no separate textures and other stuff. And rendering details is this advanced settings, and I have them on custom because I changed some stuff. So texture and water details, and then some other stuff like motion blur. Let's actually turn it off, because the YouTube usually messes this up. Lens flares, bloom, all that kind of stuff, which for a football game on cars, this is quite a lot of settings actually. Audio sliders, separate for everything, including voice announcer, which is nice. I turned down the music to 0 because I don't know if it's licensed or not, and I don't want to get flagged. You can toggle voice chat and text chat. You can just disable it if you want, and push to talk is obviously enabled by default, which is always nice to see. And then miscellaneous stuff like mouse sensitivity. This game does have split screen, so if you have 2 controllers, you can actually play with your friends on one computer, which is, I think, fantastic, and there's been not that many games that allow you to do this. Okay, so that's it for options menu. Now, before we jump into the game, I want to have a look at the garage thingy. So you get way to customize your car. You can actually pick a body, and as you can see, you unlock them. So those are locked, and I need to play a bit more to unlock them. As you can see, I'm a level 3 here. So you play a bit longer, and then you unlock them, and you can sort of assemble your car yourself. I don't remember what was there, but I think let's take this one, as a bigger one. So you can do as well some decals, and let's go with flames, why not? And coloring, so depending on the team, it will, red, orange team, blue team. So there's just, in terms of coloring, it's not really that customizable, but you do have to know who's your allies or who's your enemies. And then you have the wheels, and all has nice animations. I don't think they are really affect anything aside from the visuals. So there's like purely visual cosmetic stuff, and then you have those very cool looking trails. I have the ion blue because I think it looks pretty cool. which I unlocked quite recently. Then I have those, those are hats, but I haven't unlocked even one. I've got no idea. I guess it's something that's put on top of the car. Once again, all of this is, you know, purely cosmetic, and you can even plug in a flag. That looks, let's go with YouTube Gaming. Why not? That looks pretty cool. I mean, YouTube Gaming just launched, so why not? Okay, and then you got 2 or rather 3 game modes. So the main one is obviously play online against other people. It's pretty fun. There's a lot of games, and you know, I had zero problems finding any games. I played about 2 hours of this game, so I finished the training, which actually is pretty good. Gives you all the details you need to know about this game, including some advanced stuff like, you know, flying using your thrusters and or boost. I will show it to you in a moment. Then you get a season, so I played that as well. It's sort of a ladder against AI players, and I can actually show you. I have been pretty terrible at it. So as you can see, I played 4 games and I lost the first 3. I won the last one. That was, I guess I was just lucky. And as you can see, I'm on 9th place here, so it did not go very well for me. They have an exhibition, which is basically a single match in whatever arena you pick with up to 4 versus 4 players and both difficulties. I think if you play with here with hot seat, then the second player will also be joining you. And that's about it. So those are all the modes. I mean, they are pretty much the same, just, you know, with different, like, season is several of games, exhibition is just one, and online is game with real players. There are now some DLC available, which adds some new cars and some new cosmetic stuff. Once again, you know, it's not necessary to buy it, because they actually provided a spectator mode and new map for free, which is, I think, a very, very good way of doing things for online games, because splitting the community using different, like selling maps as a DLC is never a good idea, and we've seen it time and time again in stuff like, you know, Titanfall. But yeah, let's stop at this point and let's continue my season and try to maybe play 1 or 2 games and see, you know, if we can actually win anything here. So I'm going to switch to my controller here, because as I said, it's way nicer to play it this way. So how does the game work? Well, it's very straightforward. You get the ball, you get the 2 gates, and then you have to drive your car into a ball until you hit it inside of the other gate. And I forgot almost all of the buttons. I think this was the turbo. Yeah, there we go. So we're gonna do that, and that did not work. So why did I say that this is one of the most polished games in terms of physics and gameplay I've seen in a long time? Well, and they already scored. As you can see, I'm terrible at this. So the thing is that we are playing football using cars, right? And you would think that it would be hard to do so, because cars, even, you know, remote cars and stuff like this, are hard to control. You know, they tend to do friction, they tend to slide around a lot, they tend to flip, and it's hard to stop them. But it's actually not true, because they did not go for like real physics here. It's very arcadey physics that are made specifically to make this game fun. And I missed it. As you can see, you can jump, so this is one of the things. Let's not hit my guys. I'm trying to concentrate to do at least something. You can stop pretty much instantly if you release all the buttons. If you press the back button, you will pretty much stop instantly. So we can demonstrate this. There you go. And the degree of control you have over your car is just crazy. I mean, aside from the moments, for example, like when you jump, then obviously, well, you can spin in the air, but you don't really have any controls over where are you flying, which is, I guess, you know, it's more of a balancing thing. I know, stop it, come on. There we go. There we go. No. Yep. And no, come on! That was pretty close, but wasn't good enough. So let's try this again. There we go. Control. Nope. Come on. Another thing you can do is you can smash your opponents and destroy them if you boost right into them. talking about physics again. Launcher. No, you. No. Go. And they scored again. As you can see, I'm pretty terrible with this game. I think it might be better with people because the bots that are playing with me are most of the time doing some very strange things instead of hitting actually the ball. And actually I had more luck playing with players. There we go, come on. Yeah, oh, I actually scored it right from the hit off, which was kind of cool. I mean, I managed to do this sometimes, and then you get this really nice replay cam and all that stuff. So, what about friction? As you can see, the movement is more or less frictionless, but, cars have friction, and you actually have a way here to apply friction. You have the X button on gamepad that actually enables sliding, so you can... I'm still kind of trying to master that, but you can indeed... Oh, he actually scored something, alright. We're getting there, so it's 2v2. As you can see, the match is like 4 minutes. Or 5, I think. So it's really, really short, and it's very easy to fit in it, in like some free time that you have to just rest a bit, maybe, play a bit. Of course, if you're not playing season, on the other hand, you can interrupt at pretty much any time and then continue, as you've seen from my ladder. Come on. Let's do it carefully. There we go. Nope, that was terrible. Wait, there we go. Can I hit it? Nope. I'm just flying around. That's terrible. Let's go back. Okay. So yeah, it's a very, very, I would say, ingenious mix of fun physics with some real-world physics that I think basically the ball actually behaves as it should. So it's fully emulated, and the physics are your typical Newtonian stuff. All right, let's get this ball, and I missed it again, and I'm terrible at jumping. Okay, let's try this one more time. As you can see, the turbo is basically collected from those orange things. Let's try this again. And why did I jump? I don't know. Totally messed it up, while I could have actually, maybe I could have scored if I wasn't that bad. But let's try this again. Let's smack this guy. Nope. Nope. That was... Oh god, no. Oh god, no, 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 no. You go away from there. Slide a bit. And can I kill someone? Nope. Well, at least they are not getting it in, so that's a good thing. Let's try that again. And missed. You can do some pretty cool stunts here as well. So like this jumping, you actually have a double jump. So I get a clear ball, and I think if we do not get, nobody gets the score, then we'll get overtime. So what you can do is you can use your boost to actually fly around. Damn it. And you can use jumps to speed yourself up forward. I'm pretty terrible at doing this, but we can try. So let's see. That did not go very well. Seconds, come on, come on, come on. And nope, that was really close. But nope, let's try to kill this guy. There we go. So if you like charge really hard into him, you can actually turn back. All right. So come on. There we go. That's what I want to see. Now, totally missed it. So maybe I can show you some flying. You can do this. That did not work well. All right, overtime. So let's try to get it from one hit, shall we? And no, but close. Okay. Come on, nope. Come on, punchy. Yes, yes, get it in your own gates. Come over here. Overall, I have to say, the mix of those kind of funky physics and jumping in cars is just crazy. You sort of think that it would be kind of hard to handle the ball and hard to control the cars, but no, it's so well made that it's really easy to run or just drive. I guess drive around, not run around the field, but drive around the field and control the ball and get it into the place you want to have it in. But I am more or less terrible with it, so don't look at how I play. Go look at some people who actually can play games. Once again, you know, I don't like football, but or like watching football, I guess, and playing as well. I mean, I played it some time ago when I was I don't know, in ninth grade or something. So it was like a long time ago. And I completely missed again. But not really playing any sports games anymore, just because I'm bored of them. But this one is actually, as I already said, I sunk in like 2 hours or so, and I had quite a lot of fun. And let's try to get back. Nice. So all those crazy flips. There we go. That was pretty cool, actually. When you score something like this, it feels really great, and I think this is like the best, or like the strongest feature of this game. You know, it feels just awesome jumping with your car, doing a barrel roll, and then hitting that inside. And we actually unlocked metallic paint, so we can. That means I won 2 times, which is not that bad. So I maybe even have a chance. And I'm in 8th position, so the winner has 4. I have a chance to win, actually. Yeah. So let's go to main menu and have a look at what is this metallic thingy is, and then maybe wrap this video up. Yeah, so it tell us. Okay, so it's just let's have a look. Ah, that looks much nicer. I like it. Let's take metallic. Why not? So this is Rocket League. It's available on Steam, and you can get it for $20 or your regional equivalent. DLC pack is something like $4, I think. So it's, you know, it's fairly cheap game, and it's very well made. It's pretty awesome. So if you're into this kind of stuff, or you have friends, you know, you want to play with as a hot seat, or maybe even online, because the netcode works perfectly. I did not have any problems there. Go grab it. It's pretty good. All right, let's wrap it up here. Thank you for watching, and see you to our next update. Bye.